Hey everyone, it's Logan and Daddy. And what are we doing today, Logan? Are we gonna look at our bees?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are we looking for? Are we looking for queen bees?
Yeah.
And what else? We're gonna try to find baby bees.
Yeah.
And what else?
Yeah.
And the boy bees?
Yeah.
The drones, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all coming out of their hive right now, huh? Let's turn it around so they can see it. Here's what's Logan's like. Here is what Logan's hive looks like. And you can see all of the bees that are flying in and out, coming and going. They're pretty cool. So this piece right here is called the bottom board. And these are the boxes where they raise their babies. And the one up here on top has honey in it. And I'll show you some of that too. Up here on the very top is the cover. And the cover's important because it keeps water out of the hive. And we have a special little gnome here that Logan wanted to put up on top. What are you wearing? Let's talk about clothes first. How come you're wearing that hat? What do you not want to have happen? You don't want to get stung, huh? Yeah, I don't have anything on, right? I'll let you wear it today, okay? We'll see how, if they're grumpy at all. If they're grumpy, I'll need to put on my other beak, my bee suit. But usually my bees are really nice, and they're very sweet, so. What kind of bees live in wild beehives? Mean and angry ones, that's right. Arizona has Africanized bees, and they get really grumpy when you mess up with their hives. So these are special bees. These are bees that are more tame, but we still have to be very careful. And we're going to go very slow, and we're going to use lots of smoke too, huh? Alright, well let's get started. So there are some important tools that every beehive or every beekeeper likes to use. It keeps us safe from the bees. It makes it easier for the bees to work. What's that, Logan? It's called the smoker. And we build a fire inside of that, and it puts smoke on the bees so that they can relax and they're not so stressed. Alright, so let's get our smoker started, and we're going to get into the hive and show you what's inside.
Mommy.
Let's open it up and see what's inside. Alright, now we're going to take our smoke. We're going to put some smoke inside the hive. A little bit up under here as well.
One more. More things.
So underneath the cover is what's called the inner cover. And that makes sure that the bees don't glue the top lid down to their hive. Can you get my hive tool, Logan? Pop this open. See the bees on the lid? Set this aside.
Mom.
Alright, inside each beehive there's things called frames. And these right now are empty frames because the bees haven't built on them yet. So I have the frame, they'll build their honeycomb in, and these strings help keep their honeycomb nice and straight. And this is a little edge for them to start. So let's take this top box off because it's mostly empty, so they have room to go. Alright, you ready to take this top one off?
Baby. Oh, Mom.
bees in there. Bring the camera a little closer so you can see what's inside. Look at all those frames. If you look down in there real carefully, you might see some bees moving.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, we're going to pull some up, okay? Why don't you put your veil back on? Because I don't want you to get stung in the face. That would hurt. Is that hard to wear?
Yeah.
There is a frame of honey. Take a look at that. Can't tell my camera very well, Carrie. Can you help me out? Tell me if that's a good focus.
It's good.
So what you're looking at right here, they built all of this honeycomb, and this white is stuff that they've put wax on the top of it. And underneath that is honey. If you can look inside these little cells, you'll see a little bit of water in there. That's not water, that's actually honey. And honey actually has to take some time to get ripe. So bees will fan the honey with their wings to evaporate the water out of it and turn it into honey. And once the honey's the right consistency, they'll put this white wax cap on top and seal it closed. That way the honey stays good. Now if you look carefully, you'll see these little bees, they've got their heads down in the holes. That's because they're taking care of the honey.
Yay!
Up a little. There we go.
Yay!
So Logan, most of these bees that we're seeing, what are they? Are they girls or boy bees? Are they worker bees? Yeah, so are worker bees girls or are they boys?
Oh.
They're girls. Alright, so Mom's going to try to take some pictures and I'm going to try to point with my tool. If you look right down in here, you're going to see some worms. Those are baby larvae. Let's see if it'll focus. And those are baby bees. And when they get big enough, then they're going to put this little honeycomb stuff on top. It's called cap. And that way the baby bees can grow underneath that little protective cap. Do you see all those little baby bees in there, Logan? See all those little worms? These are called larvae.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I'm going to take this frame up and look real carefully, see if I can see any eggs. The eggs are really hard to find. They're super little. I don't see any eggs in there, and I would expect to see a lot more baby bees too. So I'm wondering, see all those capped brood?
Yeah.
That's good.
No, Mama.
I haven't seen the queen yet. I still look for her.
Why not?
Careful, you keep your face back a little bit. If you blow on them, it makes them mad too. We don't want to make them mad. Well, that's good. I see a lot more baby bees on this side. I'm going to zoom into this spot right here. You have all these different colors. That's all pollen from different flowers. And they pack it in those cells, and then they turn it into what's called bee bread. And that's what they feed their baby bees. Bee bread. So here are some eggs. And they're going to be really hard and tiny to see. Let me see if I can find them again.
There we go.
Inside those little cells, they're really tiny and really hard to see. They're smaller than a grain of rice.
I think I see one right there.
So far I still haven't seen the queen, but we've seen eggs, which means the queen has been to that cell within the last 3 days, so that's a good sign. What do you have there, Logan?
Bee.
What kind of bee?
Daddy.
A bad bee?
Yeah.
Is it a girl one or a boy one?
Ma.
It's a boy?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a drone, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
You see a daddy bee?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Does he tickle?
Yeah, well.
Does he tickle lots?
Yeah. What?
He's got little legs.
Be. Daddy.
He's just crawling around. Do boy bees sting?
No.
No. They don't even have stingers, do they?